Buckle up, baby. It's Monday, January 20th, the day of our Lord, Martin Luther King Jr. I'm so excited you decided to celebrate with a fresh new episode of Travel Disasters. We are up to episode 32. What? How? I have a super fun show coming up called Smiley Face this Sunday, January 26th at Northside Bar and Grill in Wicker Park, Chicago at 8 p.m. Have a beer and distract yourself from those Sunday scaries with us. I would love to see you there. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, welcome. You're in for a treat. And if you're an avid listener, welcome back. I love you so much. But whoever is listening and wherever you're listening, do me a huge favor and subscribe to this podcast. If you have an iPhone and you're listening, pull up that purple podcast app, search for Travel Disasters and hit 5 Hollywood stars, and then leave a written review. It'll be like your Carrie Bradshaw or some shit. It helps this podcast grow so much and helps people find it. So this week's review comes from Car Ham, and it says, so great, awesome podcast. Mary Caton is awesome, incredible host, always gets the best out of her guests. Podcast is relatable to anyone who travels. Love it. Definitely recommend. Thank you so much, mysterious Car Ham. That was so nice. I think I have a secret admirer. And if you have a story of your own, send it to traveldisasterspodcast@gmail.com. In February 2020, we are releasing an episode exclusively of listener stories, so make sure to send yours. I can't wait to read them on the air. Also, follow this podcast on social media. We are at Travel Disasters on literally every platform. You can't miss us. It's a fun way to see pictures of guests from the exact trip that they were talking about on the show. You don't want to miss out. Now, today's guest is a nationally headlining comedian. You've seen her at Chicago Laugh Factory. You've seen her on WGN's Man of the People. The gorgeous Sarah Perry is in the hot seat. Most people know where they were on 9/11, but do you know where you were in 2018 when Southwest Systems were hacked? Sarah Perry knows exactly where she was because she was about to board a plane. Find out how this hacker ruined her flight along with 1,400 other people on 20 different flights. So, whew, here we go. It's you and me, baby. We're going on the trip from hell, where every flight is missed. They lose your luggage, and you're in the middle seat between a sumo wrestler and a screaming baby. Don't worry, I'm coming along for the ride. I'm Mary Kate Beck, and this is Travel Disasters.
Official.
Everyone rips on the intro.
Nobody does?
Everyone does.
No, I wasn't ripping. I just thought it was very official.
So everyone who knows me is probably like, God, that was probably really painful. It took 44 takes.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was great. I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it.
That was probably like the 12th take, but my producer was like, run it again. It was like an abusive football coach. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Oh my God. I liked it.
But I like how it turned out.
It's
very,
it's
very
great.
Good. Yeah.
Awesome.
How are you?
I'm good.
I feel like I haven't seen you since our road trip.
To Nash. I know. I've been so busy. Not even like going anywhere, just like busy here. And then anytime I have like a second, I just do nothing because I love that.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, it's so great.
No, don't apologize.
So anyways, that's what I've been doing.
We had plenty of quality time together.
We spent like 16 hours in the car together.
16 hours in the car total.
It really went by quick though.
Did.
Like it didn't feel like, I don't know.
On the way home, I was getting crappy and I apologize. But it's just like, I can't like stare at this road anymore.
It's so much. It was a lot.
Yeah. And then I was like joking. I was like, I'm going to get off at this exit. And I was like, look, Dino Land. You're like, are you really going to stop at Dino Land? Like, I just want to go home.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. And I was like, no, I'm kidding. But like, isn't it crazy that they have a Dino Land in the middle of Tennessee? Like,
wait,
Kentucky?
Maybe I do. I do remember that. Okay. Yeah.
That was so funny.
No, that was a lot. That was a long time. That was a long trip.
It was a long trip.
Yeah.
Me and Lucia were literally just talking about how like comedy trips they're really fun because you have a purpose to be there, and then you can be a little tourist during the day.
Yeah.
And then like you're not just traveling for no reason.
Right. You're getting paid a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully making money, maybe breaking even, maybe
usually.
losing.
Yeah, maybe
I've lost money on trips
before.
We
were pretty responsible, I thought.
We had one night where we got absolutely trashed and you yelled at me so hard and you had no idea the next morning. I was like, you are a fucking bitch last
I
night.
know,
And you were like, what? And I go, all I wanted to do was like go to that hot dog stand and get a hot dog. And you like pulled me and you're like, no.
We probably would have been better people the next day if we just had a little food in our stomachs before.
Oh, now you think so.
I know. I'm a terrible person.
Miss Sass Pants.
And then we went to Steak and Shake the
Oh,
next
yeah.
morning.
That was okay. It was all worth it.
So good. Ugh, it was so fun.
Yes.
I know. I missed that trip.
I know.
I want to do another road trip soon. Because it wasn't hard. The gas was pretty easy. Gas is cheap right now, which is great.
Yeah.
And like, it was just fun.
It was fun.
Have you had any trips recently? I feel like you were just home.
I was just home in St. Louis for Thanksgiving.
Do you fly or how do you get home when you go?
I do the train.
Oh.
Which this time was phenomenal.
Oh,
it
good.
was on.
Is it Amtrak?
Yes.
It's hit or miss.
It's hit or miss. It was on time. We arrived in St. Louis a half hour early. And on the way back, same exact thing. But my twin sister, one time we were going from St. Louis to Chicago and she was going to visit me in Chicago. And I was like, it's so nice. It goes by so quickly. You can get up and move around. You can drink on it. You know, it's
lovely.
It is lovely. And of course, I'm talking it up big time. I'm like, I do it all the time. She hasn't done it since she was like little or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a 7 a.m. train. So we're sitting there, or an 8 a.m. train or something. We're standing there. I'm looking it up. It's saying it's, 20 minutes delayed. Okay, no big deal, no big deal. Then it's 40 minutes delayed. Then it's an hour and a half delayed. It's still in Texas. And we're like, oh my God. Or like something insane like that.
Yeah.
It ended up being, I think, like 2 hours late. Fuck. And then we were delayed a couple times on the track.
Yes.
And it got to the point where like, she was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like, this
How
is so
long is the train ride from Chicago to St. Louis?
5.5 hours
yeah,
usually.
That's not an easy feat.
Yeah, especially when you get the
Plus
delays in there.
delay.
Yeah, it feels just like you live there.
Endless.
Yeah, endless, exactly.
Like, I will die on this train.
I know. It's horrible. But that's all.
Gosh.
That's the only place I've been recently.
That's good.
Besides like, suburbs around here, but
for sure
I don't count that.
No, that does not count.
Yeah,
because that's not like a trip. It's like you do a show and then you come back.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Amazing. So we were thinking of comparisons for the travel scale before this, and we came up with a bear in hibernation versus a little goose that just flies.
A goose? I thought we said a
or
bird.
A bird.
Oh, whatever.
Fine.
Yeah.
I like the word goose.
And you want to know where I fall?
Where do you fall on the travel scale? Everyone just makes it 1 to 10. So.
Oh, at first I was gonna say right in the middle at 5, but I would say like how much I travel.
Yeah.
I would say 4. Are we towards the bear?
Yeah. 1 is bear.
Okay, and then a 4. Then
okay.
A 4. Because the only time I go anywhere, I don't go anywhere for fun. Like we were talking about beforehand, or no, during the podcast. Oh my God, it's been a long day.
You're like, are these headphones even on?
Right, 30 seconds ago when we were talking about it. Like, the only time I'm going anywhere is to do comedy. If I go anywhere for fun or to visit anyone, which is rare, I end up trying to do comedy, looking up if I can do comedy anywhere.
I know.
Trying to hit a couple shows. So, yeah, just home for holidays. And then I go to Cleveland a lot. That's where my nephews live.
Oh,
my sister.
Yeah, they're so sweet.
They are sweet. And then I went to Atlanta last year, but that was for a comedy festival. But that's also where my other sister lives. So I, stayed with her. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah.
So everything's like... but I'm never like going anywhere for fun.
Yeah.
I don't. We're doing a big family vacation next year, but other than that, not anywhere for fun usually.
I know. This year I'm making it a goal. I like have a jar in my closet. I hope no one robs me. But like it's just a jar of like all the cash that I make from like comedy shows.
Really?
I'm just like putting into a jar and I'm gonna go.
That goes towards my rent.
I know. Well, you're full time. I know. Full time. So I'm like,
right.
you know what?
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
good.
do something fun and like
that's
designate
good.
this money
I
towards
wish I
something.
could do that. That's fun.
And like go to Mexico or just like I don't care, Austin, Texas, or just like somewhere cool.
That's so cool.
Treat myself.
Yeah,
but
dude.
I feel like I just piss it away on like beers that night. So now I'm
right.
like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
do it.
Be a good girl. Go home. Put the cash in a little sock jar. It'll be great.
I love it. Now I know where your stash is.
I know. I'm like, no one look in my closet.
No, I won't take
it. But that's awesome. So
that's
you travel
awesome that you do
like not regularly, like a couple times a year. I'd say.
Yeah.
Like once or twice. Aside from holidays.
It's probably it's a little bit more now. I think this year, like, I went to Madison twice. I went to Nashville. I went to Ohio, did comedy there. Last year I did New York. So
you're a national comic.
Well, no, but I'd say like 5 or 6 times this year. I always like get anxious. So I have like really bad anxiety. So I always get anxious like the week leading up to the trip.
Totally.
It's just like, and I've talked to my therapist about it. It's always been just the leaving of the house.
Yes.
Once I'm out and I'm on the plane, I'm fine, or on the train or whatever.
Forgetting
but
the charger, forgetting
it's the leaving the house, my OCD and my anxiety. Like, look at my hand. Like, it goes crazy.
She's bending all of her fingers backwards.
It's just like it's always been that way ever since I was little. That was like a thing for me, and she was just like
disrupting.
Oh yeah,
your routine. It's disrupting everything.
Right. Because I love to be organized and a routine, and I chose a career path that is the complete opposite of that. Like, I could be in this place at one night, the other place another night, you know. And then if you become like a real road comic, you're in a different place every night,
and you're living on a bus,
and you're living living out of a suitcase. So
sure.
it's like. I used to not think I would be able to do any road stuff, so I'm slowly doing it.
Yeah, you've done a lot this year.
I did, but it's still like I have to find my own ways to like be organized and like have a routine while you're away.
Yeah,
correct.
That's great.
Yeah.
So where does your travel disaster take place? Was it a comedy?
No.
Okay,
so
good.
I'm very knock on wood.
Yes.
I've been very fortunate with my traveling, other than, you know, the occasional delayed flights.
Totally.
Or delayed trains. Yeah, I really had to think about this because I have a story, but like thinking about it, I'm like, is it really that bad? But in the moment, it felt so bad. But then you like look back on it and you're like, okay, was I really complaining? But so it happened it happened in the Atlanta airport, and it happened a couple years ago. My sister, I think I've been to Atlanta so many times to visit her, so I'm trying to remember, but I think it was the time she was turning 30. So this was 4 years ago, almost exactly in January. Yeah, so 4 years ago. And it was the time, I don't know if you remember, but Southwest, the entire Southwest was hacked. Like, their whole system.
Oh my God, I don't remember
Which, if you think about that, is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, their entire thing was hacked by somebody. And then they they found out who did it and why they did it. I can't remember. But in the moment, it just like made national news.
Well, yeah,
and
so
like
many people's private information.
So the whole Southwest across the country, or across everywhere, was shut down. No flights getting anywhere, internet, and of course it's the weekend that I'm, need to be somewhere or whatever. So I'm in Atlanta already. Just had my sister's 30th birthday. I'm so fucking hungover.
Yes. No one's leaving that party not blacked out.
Yeah. And I'm so jealous because everybody else is leaving like the next day, and we had just partied. So they're all like back home taking a nap, eating fast food. I have pants on and I'm at the airport. And fuck that. And have you ever been to Atlanta's airport?
I haven't, but I hear that it's huge.
It's like the second biggest or third biggest or something. And I think it was my first time. Well, it was technically my second time because I arrived at it and I was like, holy shit. Like, there's a train in it to get you to the other places of the airport. There's like a train.
O'Hare has that, like a tram.
It does. I've only been to O'Hare once. I usually go out of Midway, which
like
is,
it's like an L to get you to other terminals.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's
huge.
It's like its own little
like
city. Exactly.
Yeah.
So So I'm hungover. We get there. My mom drops me off, and I get into my terminal, and it's of course like the shittiest one. Like the one next to it had Chick-fil-A.
Damn it!
Oh, but it was Sunday anyway, so it doesn't matter. But like there's like a sushi restaurant and then a bar and then a bunch of like gift shops, and then it's the most boring terminal out of this whole entire mega mall.
Yes, it's
of
like Mall
the
of
airport.
America,
Yeah, and it's one of the terminals that once you're in it, you can't get back out. You can't go to like the other parts. Yeah, you're done.
Gone past the security checkpoint.
So I'm like, whatever. I'm so hungover. Blah, blah, blah. And all this is happening with Southwest, so it's not only scary, but like you're also like, oh my God, everyone's pissed off.
Yeah.
Everybody, like,
the airport is fucking tense.
It's literally like
oh, no.
every worker, like I could see in their eyes, like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're like, this is not our fault.
Right.
We don't run shit.
A bunch of them like weren't even supposed to be working. They were called in. Like, you could just tell like they were just miserable, but like everybody just wanted to go home or whatever. And we're delayed already. We're delayed automatically. Like, I think right when I get there, I text my mom, I let her know, but it wasn't for that long. I think it was like an hour. So I'm like, okay, what should I do? Okay.
I feel like they dangle the carrot whenever
they
that
do.
happens.
Yeah. And so I find something to do or whatever. And then we get delayed again. And then we get delayed again. And then at one point, the lady on the speaker is like, hey, y'all, we are just waiting for our plane to get here. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's such bullshit.
We're waiting for a plane. Then we find a plane. But then it's at another gate. So we have to move gates. We find the plane.
Ugh.
Then something's wrong with the plane.
Oh my God.
So they call maintenance, and maintenance has to come fix the plane.
Which is like terrifying. I'm like, I'm not getting on that plane.
I was like, can we get a new plane? That's like, what happened. So then they go, we have to get a new plane.
Oh my God.
Which in my head I'm like, okay, thank God.
Yeah, like.
But then we have to wait for a whole new plane. And that's okay. This didn't happen this trip, but there was a time, one time, little side note, and this has probably happened to a bunch of people, where I got on the plane. We're on the plane.
Yeah.
Everyone is packed in. Everyone has everything ready to go on the runway, and then we have to go back in.
No.
That's never happened to you?
Yes.
That is like probably the worst.
That is the worst. They're like, okay, everyone pack up and get off.
Because something's
You're like,
wrong. Yeah.
What?
That didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, that's probably the worst.
But we finally got a plane. Like another hour goes by and people are like, what is going on? What are we waiting for?
Yeah.
And then she gets back on the megaphone, or the other person, and she's like, hey y'all, we are just waiting for our pilots. If anybody has seen a pilot, like, and we're like, are you joking?
I would stand up and like be that asshole.
A couple people like started laughing because they thought she was like joking, and I think she like kind of was joking, but she was actually like, no, we don't have a pilot. So like a pilot was being called.
Holy shit.
I can't remember if he was from like another part of the airport or if he was like off duty today.
Probably off duty.
Like in bed,
like, a couple beers deep,
like driving. Yeah, like flight. Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
No. And so he was. They're like, all right, he's on his way. He's driving to the airport. He wasn't even there, and I'm like, oh my god. So he finally gets there. We got a pilot. Blah blah blah. At this point, I remember like keeping track, and I think I was in the Atlanta airport for 7.5 or 8 hours. In that time,
and you hadn't even gotten or like left the ground,
right?
Oh,
in that time, I ate at all the restaurants.
Yeah.
I ate sushi at like 11 a.m.
I'm like a stress eater where I'm like,
yep.
I don't care how full I am. I would love a slice of pizza right now. Thank you.
And
like, I get fired up.
Exactly. I started drinking.
Yeah.
And then like. I don't know. So, once we like everybody was ready to go, but still like the systems are all down. So everything's being done like with paper and stuff. Oh, sorry. I'm nervous. Everything's being done with like not electronically, like manually or whatever.
They're
because
like
the entire system is down.
Off lists?
Basically.
Oh god.
So then there's a guy on the speaker, and he like comes on with his like they're in his little Atlanta accent.
Yes.
He's like, hey y'all, so if everybody could line up, and if y'all could just use the honor system.
Oh my god.
Because in Southwest you like line up A1, A2, and he's like, if y'all could just use the honor system, line up where you all thought you would be.
Was it fucking chaos in the A section?
I think most people were being honest, but like, I mean, there's no way of knowing, you know what I mean? So like, everybody could have gone.
Like, I made 34. It's like, no,
right.
I made 34. It's like,
just
prove
like,
it.
It was just crazy. Like, can you just use honor system?
Oh my god! Can we all just like get it together and be nice little people?
This like Southwest employee, we're getting on a plane telling us to use the honor system. I don't know.
So sweet.
And then once we were on the plane and on the runway, I think we sat for like a little bit longer too, which, like I said, that is the worst. Like a delay in the airport is fine. I get so antsy if I'm on a plane
up.
and it not moving and not moving. I freak the fuck out.
I'm
And
so pissed.
like one time that happened to me, like I said, that one time was like over an hour, maybe like 2 hours, and like I thought my heart was gonna explode. I was like, I either get off or like
comfortable on there. It's fucking tight
for whatever reason, but like once I'm in the air, I'm fine. But if we're just sitting on the fucking runway and I could be inside having a beer, like it just like irks me.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's nothing else like major happened, but like the whole thing, like their whole system was hacked. I like looked into it after. I
want to look into this now.
I totally forget what year it was. I want to say it was like
hack,
like 3 years ago. But like,
do you think it was like the Russians? Like
that? So like everybody had like some people were
I
like,
bet it's on WikiLeaks now.
Yeah, they were like,
enough time has passed.
Everyone was like, it was probably our enemies. But then it ended up being like the local person that tried to get into. I don't even know what it was.
Right? They're probably like, I just wanted free music downloaded for the rest of my life.
To shut down the entire airline for like a couple days.
Fuck.
Like I can't even imagine. Like I'm pretty sure like Southwest's stock went down. Like all this shit happened, and like the employees and the people that work for that company. And when that happened, like I just felt so bad.
I know.
So bad for them.
Oh my god.
And of course it happened on like the one time. 5 times a year I'm traveling, whatever. But
oh god.
And like you want to be safe, and you want to have a good plane, and you want to have a plane that works, and you want to have a pilot, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And like
all the essentials.
Right.
I
and
don't
so
know.
like
you don't think about these things until you're like, fuck.
Right.
What do you mean the plane doesn't work?
What
do you mean there's no pilot?
It's always supposed to work. But that's what I was kind of saying earlier. Like in the moment, it's like, oh my God, this is the end of the world. I'm not going to make it back home. I can't believe it. But like 100%. Looking back, it's like, well, no shit. Let's wait for the plane to be fixed before we go up in it. But like, it's so weird. Like, and myself included, we just get like so angry.
I'm the center of the universe when I'm traveling. It's
right?
pretty
no,
bad.
everybody. It's like,
I think it's because you pay so much fucking money.
Yeah, and
that
it's
you're like everything has to go right,
and it's all about me, even though I'm surrounded by 1,000 other people.
Yes, which is so terrible.
And everybody feels the same way.
I know.
It's like I've
tried to like get a grip lately because I'm like, you can't be that person. But I feel like less things have gone wrong since I've like A, started this podcast, but B, started having that mentality of like, things might go wrong and like it's fine. And just I don't know, as long as you have your computer and your phone, like it'll all be fine.
They need to like make like little like nap rooms.
I would definitely pay extra money for that,
right? Like to legit have like a little bed, like a cot, and just like sleep.
Watch Netflix,
right? Because that's what I'm going to be doing when I get home anyways.
Yeah.
But like there's something about just sitting in an
I know, and like felt chairs and like fluorescent lighting. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
How do people work in an airport? I almost became a flight attendant. Could you imagine?
Flight attendant, I couldn't imagine. I like airports. I think they are fun.
They try to make them as
right. I think they're
stimulating as possible. Yeah.
But that's when every single thing is going right. That's when I like that. And the second one little thing goes wrong, delayed by 4 minutes. Fuck this place.
Like, I'm not going to Harry Carey's bar or like Michael Jordan's steakhouse. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or
oh my
Auntie
God.
Anne's.
Ugh, I know. But like I always get McDonald's breakfast if my flight's delayed. That's
really?
Like my treat.
That's like your thing?
Yep.
It's my treat if they delay my flight.
Yeah, I'm like, guess I have to get a McMuffin now. McGriddle, because that's like the highest calorie one.
Really?
So
is that true?
It's the pancakes with like the sausage.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
ooh,
shit. Yeah. I'm a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit gal.
If you get the McGriddle, it's pretty life-changing.
Yeah. See, if I'm at the airport and I want to
indulge,
I get the Auntie Anne's. Because you just walk by, and in the Cleveland one, which I'm in a lot, there's two of them like
back to back
100 feet from each other. It doesn't make any sense.
Skip one and then you get the waft.
Of the second. And you're like, well, I only have enough willpower to get past the first one. Maybe that's why they put the second one there. The first one probably doesn't get any business. Yeah. All of it goes to the second one. But like,
oh my God.
Oh, they're so good.
So good.
Just, anyways.
Are you a sweet or savory Annie Ann?
See, I do both. So last time I got it, me and Ann were in the Cleveland airport.
Me and Ann?
My twin sister, sorry. Yeah.
So cute.
And we get one salted stick, one cinnamon sugar stick. I love both. But if I had to choose, I would do salted. Their salted is just so
and you get the cup of cheese.
Of cheese, absolutely. A little slush.
Have you ever dipped the cinnamon in the cheese?
That I've not done.
I haven't either, but I'm like contemplating. I would dunk a newborn baby
in that
cheese and eat it.
The baby would love it. Hell yeah.
So good.
It's so delicious.
Well, do you have any trips like coming up? I know you mentioned like a couple at the beginning. Wait. Yeah, where are you going next?
Back to St. Louis for Christmas.
Perfect.
But then I have to come back here immediately for a wedding and New Year's show. And then I have like nothing for 2020. I'm pretty open besides local stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty open right now.
That's awesome.
Unless I get into a festival or something like that.
When's like the big family vacay?
That is end of September to like the first couple days of October.
Fun. Do you guys already know like where you're going?
Oh yeah, they already got a house down in Florida.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
amazing.
Like it can fit like 25 people, and that's
so fun.
Gonna make sense because my family is huge, especially now that we have nephews and like everybody has a boyfriend or a husband or whatever, and it's my grandparents are coming. It was like their idea.
You'll remember this trip like forever though. That'll be so great.
Hopefully. Yeah. Awesome. Hopefully it will be no drama, lots of alcohol. We'll see.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I hope everything goes smoothly.
For that I hope so, because we're all coming from different places too. So I'll be flying from Chicago. Someone flying from Atlanta, someone from Cleveland, St. Louis.
Flights. So it's like, okay, what time are you getting in? And
I know.
It's like,
Thankfully, like for the most part, we all use Southwest.
Oh, good.
And I like Southwest. Do you fly Southwest?
I will occasionally. It's not always the cheapest.
Okay. See, we have like
the best.
We have like rewards points, so every once in a while I'll get like a flight for free or whatever.
That's awesome.
But
do you have like their credit card?
Not their credit card, just their rapid rewards system. Yeah.
That's good. I should be better at like using their stuff because they do.
And they send you like free drink tickets sometimes. If you like comic on the road.
Hell yeah.
Can I use my drink ticket?
I'm like rum and coke. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the
show.
Thanks for having me. Of course. This was a delight.
Yes.
I'll see you very soon.
Okay, love you.
Bye. James, this is where it ends.